Hey friends, trying to balance my phone so I can let go of it. Okay, so I wanted to go live. I'm actually going live in two places right now, so if you get lost or you're like, what's she talking about? I'm going live in my Fitness Tribe. Hi, Fitness Tribe. And then I'm live on my Facebook page. But I just made a post. I was kind of slow to start today with my workout, and I've committed to a new program. So this is day 2 for me. Day 2, right? Start strong. And I'm already like, So I came home after taking the kids to school, and it was humid, and I didn't want to. So I was like, well, I'm just going to do it after I meet some girlfriends, because I had a coffee date planned. So I hung out, I spent the morning with some girlfriends, and then I came home and I'm like, hey, now it's on. I'm going to do this. I'm going to slay my workout. And I totally limped through it, and it was really painful. I always take a video of myself working out, and the reason is, number one, because that way I can screenshot a picture to share with you guys and hopefully inspire you to show up and own your journey, but also because it's a really great way to check your form, like especially if you're doing push-ups or something like that, or squats, and you're like, whoa, you look at it, you're like, wow. So that's a tip number 1 of the day. Take a video of yourself. It's motivating. You can check your form. And then you can share your journey with other people, because ultimately I think that your own journey is something you should be showing up to, but it's really awesome to be able to pay it forward and shine the light for others. But anyway, so I was looking through my video of all these like screenshots that I was able to take, and there was the one I shared earlier, just a few minutes ago actually, of me looking at my abs. And so I don't know like where you're at on your journey. Maybe you've been working on it forever. Maybe you're a CrossFitter and you grate cheese on your abs. Congratulations. Merry Christmas. That's terrific. Maybe you have 100 or more pounds to lose, or maybe you're somewhere in between, right? And you're having a hard time sticking with it or getting started or whatever, insert whatever bullshit excuse you have, because all of our excuses, they're in our own way. And maybe it's fear of failure, or looking ridiculous, or having enough time, or making the investment in yourself. Whatever's holding you back, it's just an excuse. And I was writing out my little story about, me looking at my abs, and I'm still not happy, if I'm really honest with you. Like, I try and focus a lot on self-love and respecting my body for all the amazing things it's done, because it's grown 3 humans, and it's healthy, and I get to show up and I get to work on my journey. But I'm human, and I'll look at myself and I'll criticize myself and be like, it's not good enough, it should be better. Why did I eat that, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But because I've been working on this journey for so long, I can auto-correct it. And I was writing out my post. I was thinking about how I got started on my fitness journey. I was never the fit girl growing up, partially because I had all these self-limiting beliefs and excuses, and I felt like, I don't want to be vulnerable and like be a team sport, because what if I let someone down, or what if I sucked, or what if I was made fun of, or what if all these like things. Like, I was always in my own way. I've always been in my own way, which is why I'm so loud now about sharing my journey with you guys, because it's not because it's perfect or I've got it figured out, but because it's my journey. And I know that my hard and my real and my victory is going to resonate with a few of you. I don't care if it resonates with all of you. I'm just here to speak to those of you who need to hear it. So I was writing that, I was thinking about it and how I got started on my journey because I hated my body. I hated the skin I was in. I felt like, for me, my exterior shell was wrapped up in my self-worth, and I had quit my job. Like, my identity was Starbucks. I had quit that, and now who was I? Like, I was his wife, and I was their mom, and I was drowning and sad and stuck and lonely, and I freaking hated the skin I was in. And so I started my fitness journey, I think the same way a lot of us do, because we're here to punish ourselves, or because it's not good enough, or because the media tells us it should look a certain way, or you're comparing yourself to other people in your lives. And like, I get it. That's how I started. And I'm grateful that something in me caught flame, and I somewhere along the way realized I was working out not because I hated my body, but because I loved my body. And even though it was imperfect and I felt like it should be a certain way, even still, I'll look at it and I'll be like, oh my God, are you for real? Like, especially now I'm a health and fitness coach. Like, what the insert the bad words, right? So somewhere along the way, I caught I caught some wind in my sails and I realized that I'm working out every single day. I'm showing up to my journey, not because it's perfect and not because I'm going to ever have a perfect body, but because it's my journey and it's my responsibility to show up to my own health journey every single day. And I think so many of us wait for someone to like motivate us or inspire us, or suddenly it will get easier, or suddenly you're going to lose like all that weight and then it will be easy. It's never easy. Whatever it is you want in life, it always comes at a cost. And so today, on Tuesday, middle of freaking September, I hope that you show up to your journey and that you do it because you realize you're the only one driving your bus, not because you hate your body or because you ate the cupcake, or maybe like me, you ate an entire gallon of ice cream over the weekend. It still happens, but I, for the most part, like 90% of the time, I'm not working out because I hate something about myself, or I hate a body part, or I need it to change, but because I'm showing up to my journey and it's sanity for me, and it's how I show myself that I'm worth the time and the investment. And I don't know if that even makes sense, but that's my journey. And so when I first got started, I knew that I couldn't control much because I had like 3 toddlers. Well, I had 2 toddlers and an infant, but I could control that. And so I was crazy obsessed with working out and losing the weight and changing my body, because if I changed my body, then I would like myself and then I could find my purpose. And then I, would be more lovable or whatever, right? I would find the friends that I was lacking, that I was missing. Suddenly all the pieces of my life would fall into place if my body looked a certain way, which is such a crap of BS. And I was like 30 when that happened. I was 30 something. And so it's kind of ironic that I started my journey because I was so unhappy and I had to I needed to change something, even though I was being so negative and mean to myself and berating myself and kind of being obsessive with my food and with exercise and all that. And so I'm really grateful that I started it because I hated my body, because here I am now and it's given me my purpose and it's shown me like what I'm supposed to do, that I'm supposed to shine the light for you guys. And it's not about being perfect. It's just about showing up to your journey every single day. So whatever is in your own way, break up with it. Whatever is your bullshit excuse, like I don't have enough time, or I can't make that investment, or my kids are always like, my kids don't sleep. People, my Facebook memories are reminding me that when Connor had his tonsil surgery out, which was almost 2 years ago exactly, I was getting woken up like 8 to 10 times a night. That's crazy. I don't know how I was surviving. I don't know how my family survived that, but I still showed up. I still went to stroller strides. I still did my Beachbody stuff. Like I was still showing up to my journey because it was my journey and it was one of the things I can control. So today we can't control a whole lot of things, but you completely control your attitude and the effort you put into your journey. So if that means you listen to a podcast and you go for a walk, then freaking celebrate that. If that means you show up to your workout for 10 minutes, that's amazing. If that means you reach out to a friend and you're like, I need to go for a walk. Let's go for a walk. Let's talk. Freaking do it. Celebrate your journey. Stop comparing it to everyone else's and stop waiting for you to suddenly get motivated or inspired or to suddenly get easier, because the only way it suddenly gets easier is for you to be in the trenches, consistently doing it, having made it a habit, and you've got momentum, because it's not about motivation. Motivation is fleeting. Motivation is short-lived. I could talk at you all day long. I could show up to your house and I could try and inspire you and motivate you, but you have to be the one to make the decision to show up to your own journey. You have to decide, you pick your heart. It's hard to start. It's hard to stay on your journey. It's hard to show up some days, but it's your journey. It's a freaking gift. Our bodies are gifts. And so if you are like I was, and I still am some days, where you're focusing on all the ways you're not good enough and all the ways your body has disappointed you or fallen short, or you used to look this way or you used to have those, surrender it and remind yourself that someday you're going to look back at this exact moment in time, and it's either going to be the moment that completely transformed your life and you decided no more excuses, and I'm going to show up to my journey and I'm going to own my results. I'm going to own where I'm at. I'm going to own my effort. I'm going to own my heart. I'm going to show up and do the best I can. Or this is the moment. So you're either going to look back and think that this is my transformation moment, or you're going to look back and be like, why was I so hard on myself? I look at old photos sometimes and I'm like, what the fuck? What was wrong? It wasn't bad, but we all do that, right? We're so focused on finding the critical pieces, like, oh, it's not good enough, or I should be further along my journey, or my abs should look like this, or I should be, knocking out this. It's all crap. It's all crap. So today, it's your journey. Drive your bus and show up the best that you can. Focus on today. Tomorrow, not guaranteed. Yesterday no longer matters. Like, all you have is today. And so I really hope that whether or not you're showing up to punish yourself, you're showing up to exercise and nutrition to punish yourself, or you're showing up because you want to change yourself, I hope you find your right path, and that somewhere along the way you fall in love with yourself, because you have to love yourself before anyone else can. True story. I don't know if any of that made sense. I need more unicorn juice. It's been a long day. But that's my story. That's why I show up all the time and shine the light for you guys, because I don't have it all figured out. I certainly don't live a perfect life, and there's days where I have to choose and I have to sacrifice, and there's other days that I eat a gallon of ice cream, and this is my journey. It's imperfect. This is my story, and so I'm not gonna hide it or be ashamed of it or beat myself up or punish myself. I'm just going to own it and do the best I can and forget the rest. So today, I hope you do that. I hope you show up to life. I hope you move your body. I hope you celebrate and find the joy in your journey, even in the hard, even in the suck, even in the, it's so sweaty, I can't breathe anymore. That's amazing, because you showed up to your own life and you did something to better yourself. So if you need help, y'all know I'm here. I'm not going anywhere, but you just remember that you're the only one that can drive your bus. You're the one that has to make the decision to go all in. You're the one that has to decide either you're happy and you're going to continue doing what you're doing, or if you're not going to keep doing something that's not working for you. True story. So show up today, rock your lives. If you're in my fitness tribe, I can't wait to see your accountability post below, how you moved your body. Let's celebrate it, because it's your journey. It's your journey. This is your one shot at life. So show up and make it count today, my friends.